Hi, Aniki. How was your day today? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it crap? My day was... Well, it was pretty fine. I woke up like at 11. So I was awake for quite a while. And then I watched a lot of anime, and I warmed up my voice. Thank you, Kuro, for the Fugler. Thank you. Thank you for my first ever Fugler. I read Scarler. Thank you for my first ever Fugler. But yes. Thank you for the second Fugler. Thank you. Thank you for more Fuglers. Thank you. We're adding more Fuglers. How was it? It was pretty fun. Thank you for the third Fugler. Thank you, my Fugler arc. Will you enable my Fuglerness? My Fugler arc? Thank you so much for the Fuglers. A new addiction. Thank you for the fourth Fugler. That's four. You got all the Fuglers that were on my throne. Thank you. You enabled my Asuka arc. My Asuka arc is never over. You've been busy? Have you considered watching me during your internship? While you're working, why don't you just turn on the TV nearby? Or like the monitor and put me right there. Better yet, grab a Rina Fuma and bring it with you. You know, it's not a tracking device or anything whatsoever. It's not a tracking device. But yes, thank you, Kuro. Let me read all the highs first before we go into anything. Let me scroll down. Hi, Mr. Stupid Fish. Hi, Shamtime. Hi, Arrow. Hi, Frisbee. Hi, Spooky. Hi, SGC. Hi, Danny. Hi, Sid. Thank you, Spooky, for the Asuka figure. Thank you. Well, actually, it's 2 figures. It's 2 for the price of 1. It's 2 for the price of 1 figure. These are gacha portraits, which is 1/12 scale, which is a little smaller than they're a little smaller than prize figures. Because I think prize are always close to 1/8 or 1/7. They're always pretty close to that. But this one's 1/12, which is pretty small. But then again, 2 of them. If you ever get hired, but you have a job, but you're in school. Aren't you like older than me? You're in school for longer than I am. What do you mean you don't get a job? Well, what do you mean you're not getting a job? You're gonna get a job. Believe in yourself. Like, if you think you're not gonna get a job, you're gonna get a job. You're gonna get a job. And actually no. I have a job interview lined up this Thursday. I'm actually gonna go. I've settled it. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it. Hi Danny, hi Sid, hi See-Through Walls. Hi Shining, hi Big Papa John, hi Structus. Hi Eugene, hi Trixaria. Hi QBJ. Hi Q, hi Bimno, hi Sloggy Noggin. Hi Red Scarler. Hi D3Ace, hi Xenomolts, hi Strap Top. Thank you for a Strap Muffin Top. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Conky Ming. Why do I feel racist saying that? Thank you for the follow, Big Papa John. Okay, I've read them all. Hi Kuro, hi Sorrow. Get a job so you can support your emotes arena. Actually, what if you hire me for a job? Thank you, Sorrow, for the sub. Thank you. At this point, what if you hire me for a job? But like, don't give me anything hard and don't scold me when I make mistakes. What about that? You know, this time, I don't normally beg for things, but I'm gonna do so right now. Please hire me. Like, please hire me. Please hire me. Please hire me. I'm begging and I'm asking. Please hire me. I don't really want to do anything though. So like, if I make a mistake, don't fire me. But please hire me anyway. You know, I'd be really bad at doing work, but still, please hire me. Like, I'd be pretty bad at doing everything. And I probably won't really put the effort into doing it. But please hire me anyway. You know, I don't really have a good personality. But you can make me a personality hire. If what you want in a personality is being awful and being lazy, that could be a personality hire. You know, motivate everyone else to not be like me. Someone show your dedication and hire me. Think about it. No, listen. If you hire me, if you'll hire me, I'll pocket you in any game you want. If you give me a job, I will go back to playing League and I will be your support. At least like 3 times a day. No cap. But if we lose, can I at least get a nice skin? You know, Beach, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna become an e-pal. I made a short about it, actually. About being an e-pal, right? Where I was almost an e-pal. And, you know, and ironically, I got an email in my business email. I got an email asking, like, what my rates would be. And if I would have more expensive rates because I turned into a VTuber. And I was like, this wasn't an invitation. I was talking about it because I used to do it. I was talking about it because I wanted to do it. I used to do it informally through Discord, I admit. And that's how I got skins in League of Legends. I would play with someone, they would give me skins. You know, they would sound like 40 years old and American, but, you know, I would still do it. I would still do it because, you know, I was in high school. I didn't really get any extra money. So, you know, I would get paid in skins. Like, unironically, that's what I would do. So, $1 million I wish. In a base. Well, now that you think about it, I think I would have been paid a better rate if I played more League of Legends games than if I actually worked the job. You want to know how much that person was offering me per game in an email? Like, unironically, if I played like around 12, I think if I played around like 12 games, it would be the same amount as me working like a real job. And I don't know if that's good or bad, because I thought about the math. Right? Let me divide it by that. No, if I played like 8 or 9 games, it would be the same amount as working a real job that I'm applying for. The downside is that you're playing League of Legends. But on the upside, that's way less time than working a real job. The downside is you're playing... I think if you played like 8 or 9 games all in one day, that would already be like 1 day's worth of work. And that's enough as like working for 1 month. It's the same amount as working for 1 month in the Philippines at a, like, you know, above average entry-level job. Hi to Tournament. Like, think about that. Like think about that for a quick second. Like, oh my god. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not that desperate. I am really simple. I don't need it that much. I'm only getting a job because I want someone else to pay for my insurance. And I want someone else to pay for my, you know, for my health insurance. My health insurance is expensive. So I want someone else to pay for it and not me. Hi, Gaku. No, 8 to 9 games. If I played, like, for the rate I was offered in the, you know, in the email, it's the same as a Filipino's wage for 1 month. If I just play like 8 to 9 games for that amount, it would be the same. And I could probably do that all in 1 day. Hi, Ram. Look, it also says that I have something to put in my resume. Alright? My resume basically says that I went on a health leave on a fucking... You know what I fucking said? I said I was on like a spiritual sabbatical, which basically means like finding yourself, you know, getting closer to God. You know, that was a complete another lie, but still, it was a fucking self-imposed sabbatical. Is what I would like to call it. You know, what I would call it as an excuse for me not working a year and a half after graduating from uni. But normally, people don't take breaks here. After you graduate, you go to work right away. But not if you're me. You know, not if you're me. You're gonna steal that? No, steal it, don't worry. You find yourself a source? I literally went to a Catholic university. I have an excuse. Hi, Bandito. Look, I'm really good at bullshitting. That's why I'm a VTuber. If I wasn't good at lying, then I wouldn't be a VTuber. Listen, Aries, look at how much I lied to myself that I'm happy, but I'm not. You know, I do that every day. You know, I try to cope. You know, never mind that my mother is spending more effort buying gifts for her grand nephew, but, you know, doesn't bother making gifts for me. What if Lolly Rina docked me? I think I would think first, because the amount of money it costs to make Dakiar is quite a bit. But I would have to think first if I would break even. I don't mind not making a profit. You know, it would be nice, but I don't mind not making a profit. But I would at least want to break even, because Dakiar is expensive. So I at least want to make that money back. You know, even if I don't make a profit from it. Like, even if it's like a 0-0, it's fine. As long as I don't lose like $1,000 from it. Order it in Australia, get arrested. Well, there's always the standard Acne. You're not gonna get arrested for that one. You know, it's fine if you buy this one. Like, there's decent enough size boobs. If anyone thinks that it's a children, you know, if anyone thinks that's a kid, then they're just fucked up. Like, believe it or not, you know, adults don't need to be fat. You know, I know, some people think adults need to be fat. Adult women need to, like, weigh 150 pounds. But that's not real. Twitter's lying to you. You know, I saw a post once that some guy wanted to date a girl that was, you know, below 100 pounds. And then someone said, but I weighed 120 pounds when I was 14. Well, yeah, when you were 14, you were obese. You know, like, hi Vincent, like, people need to remember that, you know, that you don't need to eat until you're about to explode. You know, crazy and rare. You know, you don't have to eat until you're about to explode. I know. Pretty strange to hear that. Hi, Kaito. But, yes, apart from that, I have something to plug in. It's very important. You know, it's very important you listen to it. No, if you didn't... Wait, I didn't make a... Well, I forgot to make a graphic. My bad. But if you didn't know... for the month of March, from March 1 to March 31, I am sponsored by Opera GX. So if you're wondering, oh my god, what does that mean? So basically, it means that I have my own code, or well, my own link with Opera GX. If you don't have Opera GX, all you have to do is download it with my link, and I get a little something per download. Oh my god. So if you're thinking like, oh my god, I want to support Rina, but I want to do it for free. This is a perfectly good way to support me for free. You don't have to pay anything. It's only on PC. But like, you don't have to pay anything at all. Like, zero. If you're thinking, oh my god, I've always wanted to support Rina, but I haven't had the opportunity to. Which is perfectly fine. You can download it for free on Windows PC. And I get a little something for your download. You know, so it would really help out if you would download it, you know, and use it. Because I use Opera GX, I think it's pretty cool. You know, there's a lot of options. You can customize it to look however you want. You can even make it blue so that it's Rina themed. How much of your data? The only one gathering your data is me. Think about it. If I have your address, I can visit you whenever I want. Hi, old man Windbreaker. Like, think about it. I can visit you whenever I want. But, you know, it's just a suggestion. Your birthday is today. Rina receives your address financial status. That is a joke. Rina's gonna harvest your... Will you stock? Yes. Nice Space Solo Master. The more... How do you know? I just know. I have a copy of your birth certificate. You know, don't question it. But yes, if you're wondering what's that little thing with like the 9 on the side? This little thing basically... It updates every single day. Well, not now. Whenever someone downloads, and it will show you the amount of people that download it. You know, at 667, if we reach 667 downloads miraculously, we'll do something cool. We will do something really fun at 667 downloads. No cap. You know, I think last year we reached 200. I would be pretty happy if we reached. I'm not a whore. You know, some women are cheap. That is not me. You know, I'm not gonna moan into a mic for $5. There's a lot that I would do for $5. Being forever unemployed is not one of that. Your birthday's yes, my birthday's on March 17. You just installed it for... You just installed it. Oh, thank you. I don't know what that means. Didn't you summon a guy's pee-pee once? Chigario, that was for... What was it for again? But that was not $5. That was more than $5. Even so, I was wearing shoes. I was wearing school shoes. For a league skin. Alright. My bad. I don't remember what I did it for. I mean, they were just offering it for me. They were just offering it to me, you know? And, you know, it's my shoes. It won't get dirty. So is it really that bad? It updates every single day. Like, it refreshes at a certain time in a day. Like, for example, I'm not sure what time it is, but I think it's like in the afternoon. So you have to wait for that time to, you know, pass by. And then when it passes by, the number is gonna change. The number will change. Yes, from March 1 up until March 31. You know, it would be pretty cool. You know, I'm not telling you to go to a computer shop and then install Opera GX on every single computer. But, you know, maybe you could do that. You know, maybe you could do that. Like, go to a computer shop. Nice Alarama. And then install Opera GX on every single computer. No, it's just a suggestion. Nice, Aniki. I mean, you don't have to. No, you really don't have to. But you know, if you want to, then you probably should. You probably should. You already have? Uninstall it and put it again. You know, uninstall it and put it again. Like, you're thinking, then uninstall it and do it again. Like, if you're thinking, then think again. No, hear me out. You know, if we reach the goal, then, I don't know yet. You know, thinking about it. If we reach the goal, I don't know. I need to go short. You know, I don't know either, but if we reach the goal, something happens. Alright? They even gave us like a whole new overlay for it. Look at it. It's a bit huge. We can make it bigger. Boom. Everyone's gonna know. Actually, wait. Let me put it over here. I think it's better on this side. Because the gacha's on the other side. Maybe it's better on this side. Minecraft movie. Can you even download that? I'm gonna make a Rina Lucsper mod for it. Which one? Opera GX? Someone works in a college and download it every single computer. I have to wait for it to arrive first. I need to wait for it. Well, I don't know. I think it's gonna take like 3 weeks. You know, 3-ish weeks. 3-ish weeks. I'm not actually sure how long. Create? I don't know what that is. I'm not very good with computer. I know. You know, for someone who is very ambitious to be a computer science graduate, I don't know much about computers. I lasted a year and then I gave up on it. You know, it wasn't even that bad. But I was pretty alright. I wasn't the worst. There were some people that were like really, really bad. But I wasn't bad. I was fine. It was pretty fun. And then I left because I realized, I'm way too dumb for this shit. You know, I think I'm way too stupid for this. I don't think I could do it. I don't know, is anyone here a computer science major? Can someone tell me that I won't regret leaving? You know, it's been quite a while, but can someone tell me that I won't regret it? You know, that it wasn't my mistake. It wasn't a mistake. You know, they say it's two things. Computer science graduates are either rich as fuck or they're broke as fuck. You know, you never see anyone in between. Is it cooked? I don't actually know. I think if we reach, I don't think Ooh Market would allow that. Yeah, I don't think they would allow that. Oddly enough, my artist for my lolly model, I saw they have made quite a lot of dockies. I crewed on Fighter. I think I'd just still be wondering, like, you were broke until your 30s, until you got very lucky. So would you recommend it or not? Would you recommend it? I Crouton Fighter. Thank you for the follow. No. How are you feeling? I'm feeling like I want to download Opera GX on my computer. But I already have Opera GX. But I'm feeling like I want to download Opera GX. Hi, Proteus. There's a new show, boys. You need to pay attention. We need to show Opera GX. Back. It's only been a day. I was literally only gone yesterday. I didn't even leave for that long. Or well, maybe it felt long for you. But I slept for like a long time yesterday. Oh, and did you see? Wait. Let me find if it's still there. Oh my god, babe. The new Rina Lucsper show just dropped. Man, I hate alt tabbing and looking for photos. It felt like an eternity. Well, I would stream every day if I could. But unfortunately, I cannot. Man, if you didn't know, oh my god, look at this. Wait, never mind, it's too big. It's huge. Wait, give me a while. I officially have like every single Bayonetta game on the Switch. I have the entire trilogy on the Switch. I'm flexing it. Thanks to Spooky and Eagle Dancer, I have the entire thing. Look at that. Well, I'm not even done yet with Bayonetta. I'm still gonna play that tomorrow on stream. But I've tried Bayonetta 1 already on the Switch. It does feel pretty good. I reached until the same chapter that I finished on stream. So my PC version and my Switch version are the same. Hey, Church, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Hi, Church. Hi, my name is Rina. I play a lot of retro games and I was just chilling. Opera GX. Yeah, short hair. I think I do it almost every day, but how was your stream? It went well. Hi, my name is Rita. I play a lot of retro games. I like retro games. I like Pokemon ROM hacks. And today we're actually going to be playing a ROM hack of the Pokemon manga. But for now, I was just shilling Opera GX because for this month of March, I am sponsored by Opera GX. Whoa, so cool. And if you would like to, no forcing. But if you like to and you would want to support me for free, you can download Opera GX through my link. It would help out a lot. It pays for my internet bills. It helps me survive while I'm still unemployed. So yeah, it would be pretty cool. But I hope you had a good stream. Thank you. I hope you had a good stream, Church. If you guys want to rest, I completely understand. It's totally cool. It's totally fine. Look at my glasses. You like this? You like eye patches? They're pretty cool too. Not enough people claim the eye patch. But the eye patch is pretty cool too, But people don't like it as much as the glasses. If I can remember which toggle was the glasses. Yes, I hope you had a wonderful stream. Would you like more? When I came up with my model idea, The first thing I pitched was the eye patch, but not the glasses. Oh no, I kept the glasses. I'm like optional glasses. But I did add like the latest solo I added was like a I had the person who's making my model design like a slight alt to my model. You know, something slightly different to my model, which is like it's a version where the sleeves are gone. The sleeves are gone and like the midriff is exposed. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I mean, we paid extra for that one to have like a slight redesign. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty satisfied with it. Whichever, I prefer the eye patch, but I understand that my eye patch is, you know, it's quite a bit. I don't know. I saw one, you know, I literally looked at Black Butler and I was like, oh, the rose eye patch. I should do that. But, you know, with different colors. Anyways, I was just about to play the game because I've chilled for way too long. Oh no, I'm too big. Wait, let me open the volume. I think there's a fucking rat inside my room again. That's why it's like pretty loud. Let me make myself bigger. We only have 3 badges because this game is slow at giving fucking badges. I mean, why is the game not moving? Wait, why is the game bugged? I just started the game. No way, I don't have my badge yet. No, wait. Did I not save during the last Pokemon stream? I did not save. Oh my god, I didn't save. Wait, how many badges do I have? No, my save state's even further. No, it's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. No, I'll get over it. Oh my god. I didn't save. No, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not that bad. Yeah, probably not that bad. I still remember where to go. You know, I'm not coping or anything. Holy shit, how many times will I forget how to save? Man, I'm a big clown. I think I'm the biggest joke ever. Like, you think you're funny? Well, there's me, I'm funnier. I did this last time because I didn't save and I did it again. I am genuinely the worst. Would you love me if I was stupid? Thank you so much for this sub. Thank you. And you still love me if I forget to save? Man, I can't wait for my fugglers to come. Then I can rant to my fugglers. I'm happy. I have 4 fugglers. That's enough fugglers, right? That's enough fugglers, right? I admit, my greed overwhelmed me because I saw so many cute fugglers. You mean no? I can't wait for my fugglers. They already have names. We have Choco, Orange, Grape, and Benoy. Yeah, I already decided on names for them. Hi, Dennis. They're gonna be my best friends. No, we're not gonna learn. That's a ground type move. No. Ditto. You know, I wanted to ask something since we are playing Pokemon right now. What do you think of the new starters? Like, what do you honestly think about them? You know, at first, I didn't like them. But they kind of grew on me and I realized I kind of like them. I already know the one I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna be picking Gekwa. I'm gonna pick the Slay one. Not that one. I'm gonna pick Grout. Yeah, I like that one. He's so stupid looking. And I feel like we're gonna get along. You know, we're gonna get along because he's stupid. You know that one TikTok? The one that's like, it started with my mom, met my dad. They fell in love, and they had me. Hi, I'm Raleigh, and my life is pretty crazy. I hate how I know that TikTok word for word. Or is it hi, I'm Brian? No, I feel it's gonna be bipedal. Like, looking at it, it's gonna be bipedal. Why does my mic smell? I'm gonna need to buy a Switch because your got stolen. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Man. Why would they steal your Switch? What an asshole. What a stupid cunt. You brush your teeth? I did. It's just that you're supposed to sanitize your mic. Wait, it's not my mic. Oh my god. That was my headphones. I had one that was over my own ear. My Jesse. My bad. My headphones smell a bit. But I've never really cleaned it since I got them. I know, that's nasty. But I never said I wasn't disgusting. Here's one of my post fan art. On my Discord, it's fine. Or if you go on Twitter, you can use my hashtag Rina Lucsper. Like, either is fine. Do you have a shower? Probably. Maybe I'll do it this Tuesday. I have a break. And actually, I haven't figured what I wanted to do for my birthday yet. I know, surprising. We already have these. They're just balls. We need more of these. In the shower? I shower every single day. Thank you very much. No, I'm disgusting, but I'm not that disgusting. March 17th is my birthday. Wait, I'm trying to do something. I forget what I need to do. And that's probably fine for now. Let me go from behind. You don't think it's a good idea? We just swap to a Redactyl. Yeah, it is pretty close. What do we do? Then we withdraw. And this one. Aerodactyl. Now we gotta fight the stupid Firebird. What am I gonna do this one? Oh, it's Rina Atelier. The A and Atelier is the same. You stupid bitch. There's an item on the ledge. We're not getting it. Another Drain Punch. You know what? I actually want to play Pokopia. I know. It's a scam because they don't even have an actual game on the thing. You know, you have to... It's still a digital code, but still. No, it looks really fun. Hi, Royal Joker. Like, it seems really fun, but I know it's a scam. But it looks really fun. It looks really fun, but it is a scam. But it is really fun. And I'm someone who loves Pokemon. So I admit, everything that's Pokemon will grow on me eventually. You know, I hate to admit that. Oh, an Eviolite. Wait, I want to see what item my Pikachu's holding. You only a light ball. And they are. My Ivysaur has still not evolved yet. How embarrassing. Diana. You love the series, but the game has degraded since then. I don't think it's been a good gen since Gen 6. But at the same time, I'm still gonna play the game. Diana. You know, I never said that I wasn't gonna play Pokemon. I just said that Pokemon was getting shittier these days. You know what I do like? I like Pokemon building blocks. I think they're very fun. And a lot of blocks recently releasing a Pokemon. I really enjoy them. Rain Dance. I don't think he has Sunny Day. This was fine. Makes your day well. Oh, thank you. You know, I love art no matter what it is. You know, as long as nothing sus. As long as nothing that will get me in trouble, it's fine. But even sus is fine. You know, if you want to join us, SSW, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Man, that is the weakest fucking thing. Oh, I did play ZA. How would I describe it? Give me a minute to think. It plays differently compared to normal Pokemon games. And, I think the way they did Lumio City was pretty good. It's the way you'd imagine Lumio City as a kid. Though, I do feel a bit mixed about Wild Zones. Because I feel like Wild Zones are... You know, it feels very restrictive in the way you get Pokemon. But it's different in a good way. No, the battle system. I'm a bit 50-50 on it. I'm not the biggest fan. But you know, it's alright. It's refreshing. No, I'm pretty glad that we're going back to turn-based in the next gen. I've already seen this. Man, can we just skip? I've already read this. I've already read that. I don't need to read anymore. No, I forgot to save. And that's why we're here. But I forgot to save because I'm a dumbass. Yeah, so we're just skipping through it. And that was my bad. Yeah, I think he already gave us the badge. And he already gave it to us. Now let me go back to... He's gone. Motherfucker. My Razzles. I'm gonna go the long way to Pallet Town. We're just going upward from here. No. I'm upward somewhere because we're at Cinnabar. I think it's here. No, I think it's here. This one. Alright, you're right. We need to save. Unless I forgot to do that. Yeah, my memory was... Wait, what? Why are you hiding there? Maybe not? Maybe that's not the way... Maybe we need to go more forward. We need to go to Pallet Town. And we need to see that nobody's there. Would you love me if I was a pawn bon? Even if I stood up on both legs? Real question. Would you love me if I was a bipedal fire starter? I'm gonna go back. Yes. And we've already done this. He's a fake. No, I think Sabrina is normally hotter than this one. I feel like they fucked up her sprite a bit. Why is she French though? Man, what a long yap. How much more do you have to say, Green? Man, you hate Pokemon, don't you? Wow, wow, it's not polluted. No, it's fresh air. You know, I also want to live in the boonies with fresh air. Okay, now we have to hurry the fuck up. The entrance. Hi, thank you for the follow. It should be over here. No, we don't need one. I know my way around. Or well, I want to think I know my way around. My Gengar. Is it this way? Hi, Marasu. No, this is Battle Frontier. Oh wait, no. Not Battle Frontier. It's just a gem. Man, we're making lots of mistakes today. Let's leave. Also, if you didn't know, if you subscribe during the stream, or you gift a sub during the stream, you can get your own Pikachu badge. What? Now let me leave. Maybe this is the way. Man, I fucking hate Viridian Forest. Thank you, Spooky, for the 5 subs. Thank you. And you get a Pikachu badge. I think it's for everyone who's streaming in certain Pokemon categories. But thank you so much for the subs. Yeah, you get a Pikachu badge. Thank you, Danny, for the subs. Thank you. Make sure to put them on and flex them. And then when someone asks you, where'd you get it? Say you got it from Arena stream. Wait, I'm lost. Wait. Oh my god, how did you know? Rina gave me, yep, I gave it to you. Yeah, it's from Macaco Castle. Same for my raid alerts from Macaco Castle. My follow alert is from, it's from it. It's the item get one. I really like RPG Maker games. Not a lot of people reckon. I'm very happy you did. Bayonet. The art style of like Macaco Castle and like Wadonohara is just like so pink. Wait, where am I? You know where the sub, Historia? You don't remember where I am. You want to go to Route 7. But if you got gifted a sub, don't forget to say thank you. Now express your gratitude. Thank you for the sub. Thank you. I mean, I'm not sure if there's a right way. Wait, I'm gonna open a map. Okay, so we're looking at... Where are we? Route 4? We're Route 4. And you can go through the cave to go to Cerulean City. need to remember. I mean, you got those too? That's pretty cool. Is that from Smash Bros? You know, I wish I got to play more Smash Bros, but I don't have a lot of friends. You know, that they even had like a Wii. Or had like a Switch, so there was no point. Or rather, I couldn't play with anyone. We just have to like do it alone. I'm living the only child experience, but I have a sibling. Isn't that sad? Like, one of my dreams as a kid was to play with someone, you know, in real life, like the player 1, player 2. But, that's only happened with my relatives. And even so, my relatives were always a lot older than I am. So, it's more like forced to play with me. I mean, I was like a force to play with me rather than a actual playing games. Which is pretty sad. I only got to play with more people when I became a VTuber. I'm not even kidding. I mean, the only other game I played with real people was League of Legends. Which is really sad, I know. And I wish I was an only child. You know, sometimes my sibling ticks me off. You know, not all the time, but, you know, quite a bit. Thank you, W Mouth for sure for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Cerulean City. Wait, I'm lost. You have two, so when they piss you off. My sibling pisses me off every day. Though today she went outside and she did actually get me something. Apparently she went like thrifting. And I stayed away from her because she was like, yeah, but I feel itchy. And I'm like, bro, you know you don't go thrifting in the Philippines for a reason. And when she said she feels itchy, it was, bro, stay away from me. Your mother's rough. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm like, bro. Oh, it's blue. The barrier's enormous. Maybe I can fly over the barrier. We tried. Didn't work, so stop copying me. Man, blue is so pretty here. Top or bottom or center doesn't make a difference. The barrier's too strong. There's no way to break through it. At least not from the outside. Mr. Mime. Hi, Mitchell. Will you kill Mr. Mime? You know, that's what I'm worried about. You guys can win. Separately, you keep scores. You think it's a Game Boy Advance? Wait, Pikachu can learn Substitute? I didn't know that. What the fuck? Would you love me if I was a Pikachu? Would you evolve me, or would you prefer me to stay as a Pikachu? That's a real question. You prefer Pikachu? There he is. Wait, you can talk? Never mind. Your phone would always be fully charged. Well, you're not wrong. Write you a love song? If you were a Pokemon, I'd Pichu. Never mind, that phone was bad. You know, if you were showering, I'd peek at you. My bad. We'll stop now. You know, we only have one stream. Let's not embarrass ourselves. Okay, good. What do you mean? You did it. You got all the work you want. Man, I forget how much blue pisses me off. Oh shit. The socks are green. Out of my way. Oh no, we killed it. Are Pokemon dead? I pushy, I loot it. Make sure to save. You know, because last time I forgot. No. Why it's even the incredible. The power? I thought you had life insurance. This doesn't look like life insurance. You know what's strong against poison again? You know it's not psychic. Hi, Mari. I don't think I'm getting an Espeon. Ground? Might have ground either. Man. Maybe I should replace my Aerodactyl. Venomoth. Hi, gaming game. You know, I almost went blind, so gaming calm. I'm playing a ROM hack, which is based off the manga. Pokemon Adventures Chapter Red. Or Adventures Red Chapter, I keep getting confused. But you know what else is red? Opera GX. When you first download, of course. But it doesn't have to be red. You know, unlike other browsers, you can edit Opera GX to look however you want. With mods too. So you're thinking, oh my god, I want a Rina-themed Opera GX. Then you can do it. What a thrill. Best part? You can support me by downloading Opera GX with my link in the description. Yes, you're wondering, oh my god, are you gonna show? Yes, for the month of March, I'm gonna show. I'm getting paid to do this. Please accept my hustle. You know, I'm unemployed. Leave me be. This is actually my second sponsorship with Opera GX. Pretty cool. We're targets. We know we're the target. Wait, all at once? They only have 2 Pokemon and there's 3 of them? UFO. No, like, why is there not enough of them? Give them the old one too. Oh man, it didn't work. Oh wow, they did a crit. Well, that was worth nothing. Now you're gonna do it. Until you're Sabrina. No, he's gonna murder him. Wait, what? I was joking. She killed him. You good? You said. I just wanted to play Pokemon. You know, Joshua leave Team Rocket. Mind your business. Can I get in? You're to save little me. Violence in my family-friendly game? Well, the actual manga is darker than the anime. And well, in the game too. He's not a lousy trainer. We need to find Green. Oh wait, it's Mom! Wait, not Mom, it's Ash's mom. Miss Ketchum, you're okay. And there's the reinforcements. He was once a champion. What the fuck? Oh, so she's gonna chill here. And weird, my Charizard can't learn Fly. Alright, and like the first game, Charizard can't learn Fly. You know, Team Rocket actually does their job. Only the one Mark is allowed in. I mean, the dojo is for member only. We're gonna get a dojo. You know, you guys don't come here. I'll cave your mouth, Moon. Wait a minute, didn't I just beat you earlier? Why am I beating you again? You know what I really want though? Like, my dream? My dream is to be able to own a Pokemon DS game. And to just get a DS in general. No, it's like swagger. But man, finding a DS is a bit rough. No, I have my own 3DS. I mean like a DS. I have a 3DS, but not a DS. I've always wanted a DS. I know you can play DS game on 3DS, but it's different. The DS is what came before the 3DS and what came before the Switch. You don't know what a DS is? Or you're either really old or really young. Back then, when I was in grade school, you either had a DS or you had a DS or a PSP. I was a PSP person. No, don't swap. Thank you, Frizzy, for the 5 subs. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna use a Pokemon badge. I've never actually seen... I don't know the difference between a DS and the DS Lite and the DSi. Because, I've only seen DSs, but it worked. Which one? Using a new credit card. I think that yes, Light was the one that looks more sleek. But someone who likes old consoles, I think I would like to have all. Yeah, I want the DS with the option for GBA games. Naruto. Wait, you're ground. I wasn't really thinking. Because from the PSP, I moved to the Wii. And after the Wii, I moved to the 3DS. That was my next console. I think my first console was a PS1 and PS2. They were both hand-me-downs. Then, my dad got it for me when I was like 3. Something like that. PS2 is actually older than I am, so, yeah, I was way too young to get it. But my dad, my parents didn't want me to go outside, so they were like, oh, let's just get her a console to entertain her for the entire day. And back then, both of my parents were working, so, I would be left alone at home. They really have nobody to leave me with, so, I would have a console. And I had like a live-in nanny. That sounds fancy, but it's not. In the Philippines, you can get a live-in nanny for like $100 for the entire month. Like way back then. So it's not as impressive as it sounds. And usually these are like very distant relatives. And so I had one for quite a bit. But even so, she wouldn't really take care of me, so, I was exposed to consoles pretty early. Yeah, the one that's like really, really cheap. I think here usually they live with you. Like in the Philippines, they usually live with you. But I think now, no, not a lot of people want to be live-in nannies. I'm Mr. Bo because number one, the pay is not ethical. And then number two, this is good. Most people go to high school at least, or they try to. So the amount of like live-in nannies is like decreasing because it costs more to have a live-in nanny. Now live-in nannies are like for really rich people. Like back then it was more common, but now not so much. I think now I have a live-in nanny. It's like $200 a month. More than people know their rights now. Like back then people didn't, but now they know. Back in your dimension. Well, they shouldn't be like affordable to begin with. Finally found you. Don't just ignore me. You know her. We're Team Rocket. She's the one who attacked me in Grandpa's lab. You're the one responsible. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. I'll make you pay. Where are you going? There's a trap. Maybe something is also sick. I don't think so. I'm magic shot, not that much. It depends. I Swift starting for this sub. My mom used to be nicer to but we swapped. There's a reason why we stopped having live-in nannies. It's because they would steal shit. They would steal crap. And after that, my mom was like, no more. And so even if we did have the money still, but my dad would still had a nice job to have one, we just stopped. And after like the first few that would steal, my mom stopped being nice to them. And actually started treating them like an employee. And it was like, you know, trauma. If you're too lenient, they're gonna steal. 350 a day. My silver show, that's pretty high actually. Mine was like 5,000 PH. It was like $100 for 1 month. You don't know this one. And thank you, Swisser, for the resub. Thank you. It's been going pretty well, but I really need a psychic. You know, unfortunately, I don't have a psychic. Or a flying, even. Wait, do you have a flying move? How do you not have a flying move? Not surprising. For free this, well, you can do it again. Why are you charming it? It's been going well, Silver Show. Thank you again for this shirt, I appreciate it. I don't really get a... I think flying normal is more common. No, I'm going by red seam in the manga. Yes, I'm adjusting it a bit. I'm being loyal. Yeah, I did. You know, actually, I do like the starters. I thought I wouldn't like them, but... You know, I slept over it and I actually do like them quite a bit. I'm probably gonna be picking Gekwa. Maybe Pombon if I feel like it, but... You know, it depends on the last evolution. If Pombon stands up, then no. The final struggle note to begin. It's a pretty fancy building. Why are you fighting everyone? We know some of them are gonna stand up. It's unavoidable. We have flamethrower TM. Someone could learn it even though they're not... Gyarados can learn? I'm thinking. Let's focus with Surf first. Because Surf is a good move. We should go with the Gyarados. Replace Aqua Tail. I mean, Dark is good, but I feel like Snorlax sees it more. No, wait. Let me look at their stats again. You know what? Maybe he does have something. You don't need Snore. I mean, I guess Gyarados is technically a dragon. We have mythology, but not a dragon type. What the fuck? Give you 1 point for breaking through the barrier. That's all you get. Bitch. Hurricane. Oh, it's this. We already opened it. Your diary. You left it on a laptop. Nyorada. You're not going to fight me. Eventually, the Crossman will come and destroy everything. on a schizo. It'll work faster. What about you? You wanna fight? Nice goal bout. Man, I really wish I had a psychic. There's so many poisons, I really wish I had a psychic. Will it hit? No! Will it hit now? Oh my god. Swap. Pikachu. You know, I thought Polygraph would be faster. No, I'll put Pikachu in the front row. Oh, thank God. Didn't you know, if you send Pikachu emotes, I will drop by your house, real. And we can have a friendly conversation about, why Umbreon's the best Pokemon. You know, fuck your drought. Wait, bitch. You never looked before. No, it's because of a different screen. You're watching it through a computer monitor. And you're not watching it through... You're not watching it through a console. So it looks, you know, more HD here. Without any of the filters of the actual console. You know, like when you see someone play a PS1 game and it looks bad compared to how you played it as a kid. It's because it's not being played with a CRT. Or the, you know, the monitor it's meant to be played with. No, it's a ROM hack. You know what I mean? It's not a ROM hack. This is not the real game, but it's a patched Fire Red ROM hack. You thought the spray is clearly different. You're the boy who killed my brother. No, wait. Who's your brother? Your brother committed suicide. Don't even lie. It's true. Your Rina Lucsper Team Rocket's Orange Arm Kid. The decided to commit suicide because of the microchip that was implanted into him. What's the sound? Your phone. You're a father now. Another message. Let her know she was right, and you're sorry. Oh my god. We killed another person. You know, it's one of the bloopers in this game. No, it is pretty funny, don't you think? Wanna fight? I'm sorry, bro, but I will be getting it. You know, I know people are like, oh my god, don't get Pokemon on the Switch, but listen. Let people do what they want. You know, it's... I guess like for some people like me, who's never got the opportunity to play, you know, I was never able to play Pokemon the actual GBA. You know, apart from the original Red in my cousin's Game Boy, I never had my own copy of the game to play on the legitimate console. You know, I get it, it's an old game. Why would you pay that much for an old game? But listen, people pay money for useless crap, like for example, acrylic nails. You know, Pokemon's not that bad. It's $20. $60 no, but $20. I mean, yeah, it's still pretty pricey, but you know, it could have been worse. And I think in the game they have access to like event Pokemon, which is pretty cool. That I don't actually know, but it's not a priority for me. You know what? I have Persona both on PC and on the PS4 because it was gifted to me, but you know, still, I understand having the same game on multiple consoles. It's only digital copies. Wait, is it not a standalone? The Pokemon Fire Red? We actually kill and torture them. Let's do Drain Punch. Digital only. Yeah, it's only digital. You know, I've always wanted a GameCube. But it's hard to find. Moonlight. Man, fuck you. No, standalone. Ooh. You know what I want? Pokemon Gale of Darkness is coming, right? But it's not a standalone. You know what? It's not a standalone, right? I hope it becomes a standalone. I've never finished Pokemon Coliseum because it's so slow. But I heard that it gets fixed in Gale of Darkness. You know, I admit something. When the Switch 2 came out, I was really against it. And then, no, I think that's just Filipinos trying to be delusional. It's Southeast Asia in general, but not the Philippines. Like, I'll tell you that a lot of Southeast Asia looks the same. No, it's not the Philippines alone. And maybe some of them, but it's Southeast Asia in general. But, you know, I think I prefer the more city-like. You know, I think I still prefer, like, Unova or Lumios instead. You know, rather than this random jungle bullshit. Look, I'm gonna get robbed. No comment on fucking Pokemon looking like the Philippines? What do you mean on the Switch 2? Oh, when I first got this, when the Switch 2 first came out, you know, I was very against Switch 2 because, again, what's so good about it compared to the Switch? But then, my sibling got gifted a Switch 2 by her boyfriend, you know, on Christmas. And that made me really jealous because I didn't have one. You know, I'm sorry. I got really mad. I got really jealous about it. And I got gifted one on Throne like a day later because I admit, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I complain a lot and that I'm a bit of a spoiled brat. I know. I'm way too broke, you know, to be a fucking spoiled brat. But you know, after getting a Switch too, I'm on my Switch almost every single day. And I would say that's actually pretty good. You know, it definitely feels like an upgrade. The games feel faster on the Switch too. The screen's much bigger. You know, I'm sorry for complaining. It's actually pretty good. And I really like it. You know, so I would still recommend getting the Switch too. Oh no, I don't have an antidote. In my personal opinion, it feels the same. I don't want to die. Like, in my personal opinion, it feels around the same. But again, my Switch is the original one. So I can't like, you know, compare it to like an OLED or anything like that. You know, but I would say, before you go out, you should probably fully charge it. But I still think it's a pretty good console. I think the Switch 2's problem is that there's not enough exclusives just yet. Or it didn't release with a lot of exclusives. If it released with, like, for example, more exclusive, it would have been better. Like, maybe, I don't know, a new Pokemon game on launch would have been nice. Or, you know, a Zelda exclusive. But it does not have any exclusive right now that's, like, super worth getting one. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I like it. But more of it's, like, you know, an upgraded console to the Switch. But I wouldn't say it has anything good in terms of exclusive just yet. In the garden. So here. Man, new place to hide. The newest Hyrule Warriors. I want to play the newest Hyrule Warriors too. Because I see that Zelda has a thick butt. And that's why I want to play it. I'm sorry. They're selling it for so expensive here though. And I also want to play it. But she has such a big butt. Hi, Waffers. But she has such a huge ass in, you know, the latest Hyrule Warriors. And, like, that's why I want it. That's literally it. No bird bother. You know, you can play as a Minoru, which I've seen, who's pretty sexy. And you know, I love furry women. But how are you today, Whoppers? You know, I admit something. I've started every single fucking Zelda game on the Switch, but I've only finished like 2 of them. I'm such a huge fucking clown. Thank you, Danny, for Hyrule Warriors. Thank you. Thank you so much. In 12 hours. Thank you so much. Thank you for... I'm sorry. Thank you for enabling me. I don't know why that game in particular is more expensive than the others. But thank you. Now I have like 3 Switch games. They're all Zelda on the Switch too. I have 3 Zelda. I have 3 Switch 2 games. Let's see. Wait, I've never played Dynasty Warriors. I do want Bravely Default though. I have the game on 3DS. And it does have a Switch 2 port. Where I think remastered. I do want to play it eventually. Lately I've been so occupied. I have played Legends yet. You know, the low poly model, the kindergarten model. You know, just recording videos. My birthday. My XP. Just a lot of YouTubing stuff in general. And like IRL chores. I've been pretty occupied. You know, they're right. I become an adult and there's way too much time. And there's not enough time to do stuff. You only like physical copies. Oh. No, it's fine. You can even use fish if you want. You know, if anything, you should use fish. I paid $5 for the game on like Steam. You should use it. You know, this time Rina speaks about. You know, I wish I had time too. Maybe more normal. No, it's more of I'm unemployed. That's why I have time to do VTuber stuff. Now that I make time for it, I don't really have anything to do the entire day. The rest of my time's occupied by checkups and all that. Why all started? Because they're sexy. Nice errands. No, this is not the new game. Why would I have the new game already? Why would I have the new game? Me, I'm really still gifting this up, thank you. You collecting your badge? The Pokemon badges are being distributed only until tomorrow. It has to be today. Yeah, but they're not new games, they're just ports. This is a ROM hack. You know what I really want? I want pizza. Me too. Diana. Real as hell. You know the magic words. Which one? I want pizza. Ew! Excuse me. Bad. My nose is very sensitive. Gekpa. Not part of Team Rocket. Thank you. Well, I sneeze pretty easily. Thank you for the food fund, Spooky. Thank you. Actually, my parents will be gone tomorrow. We'll be alone at home. That sounds so bad. I'm gonna be alone at home. Because, my sibling decided to ditch me and sleep over at her friends. You probably, oh my god, secretly, no, it's not. You know, I know. I have a location tracker on my sibling's phone. Yes, I'm that schizo. I put one on your phone. Yes, I know where she is all the time. You know, I went insane. I went schizo. I was like, if you don't put one, I'm gonna cut myself. And at first she didn't want to do it until I pulled out a knife. And he was like, holy shit, you're serious. I'm like, if you turn it off, I'm gonna do it. And then she was like, oh my god. You know what? Stop. You're insane. You're crazy. And then she put it on. She was like, you're crazy. But she didn't say leave me alone. Not my hands. No, I pulled it on myself. No, you know what I did? I pulled a knife onto myself. I was like, I'm gonna do it. Anyways, my sibling told me she's tired of my shit. No, she said she's done with me. It's in Minecraft. And we did it in Minecraft. And the others of 5, you would do it. Wait, I didn't get the change. Fuck. Son of a bitch. I got the... No, it's because I don't want her to get pregnant by her stupid boyfriend. You know, actually, it's not that bad. You know, compared to my sibling's worse. But still. He doesn't have the seal of approval in my eyes. If he buys her a house and lot, then I will forgive him. Give her the sub, Rooster, thank you. But I don't know if he's gonna be an unemployed bitch for the rest of his life. Well, they're both in college, but still. Although I do admit, I feel pretty annoyed. I wanted to buy something for my sibling and show off, but no, I did not get to show off. Because your boyfriend already did it, and I was like, oh my god, fuck this guy. You know, I tried. You know, I'm still looking for an excuse. You know, I was looking for an excuse. I was like, aha. He made you pay on a date. Well, actually, I believe in 50-50. But you know, for the sake of my sibling, I will be just a little bit prejudiced. I was like, he makes you pay on dates? He's bad for you. Turns out he doesn't. And I was like, well, there goes my excuse. You know, I was really about to, like, start this entire yap about, like, you know, this, like, borderline, just a little bit outdated yap about traditional values. But I got fucking beat. You know, I was about to bullshit, like, oh my god, men should be the provider. You know, I don't actually believe that, but, like, you know, so my sibling doesn't date this guy and has a difficult time, but no. Turns out he pays for all their dates. Or, you know, I can, you know, he can't provide for you, but I can. And they're like, son of a bitch. This bastard. You know, this bastard. He stepped in before I could. Your sister, another man before she got another one. My god, your sister's a whore. Hi, Shizuka. I've been doing well. What about you for me? If he wanted to... Yeah, exactly. He already does that. And my sibling has never paid for anything in their dating life. And I was like, oh my god. You know, it's like I couldn't even make a bullshit excuse. You know, I was gonna say, you know, he's not even that tall, and I know you like tall dudes. He's very tall. He's pretty tall. And I was like, son of a bitch. You know, I tried convincing my sibling that he was shocked, but it's not working. You know, it's really not working. I don't know, I'm a little mixed. My sibling pulled a power move on me. But she told me that her boyfriend reminds me of me, and I was like, wait a minute. Did I win? Did I lose? I don't know how to feel about this one. I'm like, wait a minute. And she doesn't want to break up with her boyfriend. Like, She said it because we dressed the same. My sibling keeps telling me to, you know, come around eventually. Because we have a lot of similar hobbies. But I was like, why do I need similar hobbies with your boyfriend? We're like in-laws. Starts here. Then you're just like a girl? No, I think it's the... It's like the cargo pants type of emo bitch type of vibe. Holy shit, why is this thing not dead? Although I won't lie, I think if I was a guy, I would have the same haircut as her boyfriend. Because I do keep a wolf cut. You know, just like my model, I keep a wolf cut. And her boyfriend has a wolf cut. You know, so I think, you know, I see it a little bit. When you get along, we're never gonna get along. Until we die, we're never getting along. Man, fuck you, Chanty. How long is this battle gonna take? I've been here forever. When's it gonna be over? Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Nice to do. When are you gonna level your Ivysaur? I'm not going to. When I feel like it. Man. What if they have a kid? I think I would kill myself. The idea of my sibling will not get pregnant. You know why? If you think I'm extremely vain, my sibling is just as vain as I am. My sibling doesn't want children because she doesn't want poverty. You know, we're already pretty poor. We're not like poor, but we're low income. We don't want to be more low income, you know? Unlike most Filipinos, we're not speedrunning becoming the poorest in our bloodlines. Nah, my sibling's a cheater, I don't think. Oh shit. I don't think even her boyfriend receives it. I mean, deserves it. Yeah, but then you have to get married. You know what marriage means? Needing to commit. You have another one? Nah, you actually have to get along with someone. Like, oh my god. Because a proper relationship, you know, has like... I don't know. You have to do whorish things. And then like... There is no benefit to marriage apart from taxes. Hi, King Al. Thank you for the follow. I mean, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. You have to stay committed and all that. You can't just break up with them when you feel like it. Or just like dump them. You know, if you're just in a relationship, then you can just dump them. Me on your Pokemon. But if you're married, you can't just dump them. And if you divorce, you have to pay like alimony and all that. Oh shit. Recharging. Where's the extended search? I have an article. Minuses. Why would you want to get married? Marriage has no benefits. No, unless you're someone poor marrying someone richer, there are no benefits. What do you gain? It's all about power at the very ends. We're surrounded by high voltage. Are you trying to kill us? Oh, they're gonna blow up my Pokemon. Yeah, I want to play as blue. I can't believe it was easy to break in. Oh my god, it's silver! It was a new powerful Pokemon. Hi, Van Arctic. No, but real though. Do any of you fantasize about getting married? Like, be honest. You may... Yes, no. Can we have a poll for that? Do you want to get married when you're older, yes or no? What is this team, bro? Every week? It's like common law. Maybe. And then some of you guys love. Some of you guys are still normal. And that's good. You know, I'm not normal. The idea of needing to commit to something disgusts me. Man, are we both just... Man, that was worth nothing. Man, this is worth nothing. I'm gonna cry. Man. Hi, it's John. I'm a little mad. What the fuck? Would you leave a marriage just because you're bored? Real questions. Wait, why did I do this? Why are all my Pokemon so bad? It doesn't make us normal. Wanting to get married is normal. I think marriage is like... I think marriage is some government propaganda shit. You know, I don't think anyone actually wants to get married. They just want the security of someone never leaving them. And they're afraid that someone will leave them because they're growing older. Man, I suck at this. And this is so sad. Trading his daughter for a couple of goats. You know, I think, you know, mosquitoes, marriage, they're all stuff just made by the government to control people. And it's like, you know, having children. Why would you want to make yourself poorer? The economy is very rough. Why do you want to make it more difficult? Man, this is sad. I'm getting owned by a fucking tentacle. And this blue's Pokemon shit or am I shit? No, don't give her a ring. You're gonna make her expect something. And this is so sad. No, I'm only using Blue's Pokemon. No good moves against Tentacruel. Blue is so shit. You know, I think Blue has shit Pokemon. You know, I think Blue's Pokemon is shit. Like, none of them are even evolved. What do we force evolve them? Can I? No, I don't want to. This Blue's I shouldn't touch it. I'm not gonna move it. Maybe I should have. Wait, yes, 3 Pokemon? Oh my god, why is it so hard? You are so fucking annoying. She doesn't have a single Pokemon that's good against fucking Tentacruel. I'm like, there's no good move against Tentacruel in her fucking team. I mean, nothing here is good. Oh my god, I do not want to. Thank you, Vasky, for the follow. Thank you. Is it me or Blue's Pokemon are all crap? No, I'm using our manga Pokemon. Oh shit. Blue is just another character. No, I'm using the manga characters Pokemon. And this is our team that I didn't decide on. It was just bad. We're keeping it lower accurate. But you know, I think I'm just gonna force evolve. I'm just gonna level our Pokemon extremely high. Would you love me if I was a pizza? If we eat pizza, what if I only eat the tips of the pizza? Would you still love me? You can't poison a poison type. Can you? No, you can't. Because the tip of the pizza is the best part of the pizza. You don't have an Everstone though. Well, ask Blue, not me. This is Blue's team, not me. Pepperoni. This is Blue's team, not mine. I was gonna order pizza later, and then I probably eat just 2 slices, and more I'm gonna eat the rest for my food for the rest of the day. You know, Red's team is better. It's not the best either, but it's somewhat better. Hi, Nikolai. Hi, Rosa. Doing well. I'm gonna get the cheap one. The one that's like $4 for 6 slices. Man, I wish my Blastoise was alive. Yeah, because it's always 50% off, but the delivery takes 2 hours. Son of a bitch.
Dione.
Dione. Yeah, it's because my branch is shit. You know what, ironically, this is so sad. I'm poor, not pro. I have a microwave. Thank you very much. And even I have a microwave. Man, if I only had a poison move. Oh my god. You know, this is giving me depression. When you mean... No, I'm I don't live somewhere that bad. No. Oh, you mean threaten me? My dad's tried it. I told him, between giving you money and between hurting myself, I would hurt myself over and over and over again. I told him, I would rather spend all my money and gamble in one go than give you anything. I was like, even if you threaten yourself, I do not care. No, I do not care if you feel suicidal. I do not care if you're gonna run away. I no longer need you. Your role as a father has long ended. If you're gonna threaten me, good luck. I'm staying because you need me, not the other way around. Man, I hate this. Man, fuck Blue. But you know, it depends. It's because I hate my dad. There's some people, they love their parents no matter what, but I'm not the type. I'm bitter. Man, this is so sad. Man, I'm tilted. Your Pokemon are so bad. I'm gonna force evolve it. Not force evolve. I'm gonna level this like what? 80 or something? Oh, thank you. Oh no, it's not loading. Wait. Oh my god, it's not responding. No, thank god. Let me save. Useful. Wait, let me try speeding it up. Wait, I'll mute it. Because it is quite the ear sore. No, you do not need iron defense. You know, just ignore it. Waterfall. Flash cannon. Guys, do you think we can beat Tentacruel? What? You know what? I'm gonna move you so high. I'm just gonna pray that I never have to fight you myself. I'm just gonna pray that I never have to fight you myself. Because if I do have to, then I'm screwed. No, it's fine. It's gonna one-shot everything. Hey, Rip Tiger. There, now we're good. Not gaming. Surely now we'll be fine. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting this up. Thank you. Bitch. Can you look the other way? Oh my god. You believe now? You know, you're almost double the... Surely it will work. Wait, miss? Well, give me a miss. Man. Wow. You're poison. I don't want to die. No, fam, I want to die. I'm like, I'm in this misery. I'm like, what's going on? Why is she dead yet? Gyarados. No, I do not care. You miss? Again? What? Nice. Should I be sad? You'll be depressed. You know, you're not focusing at all for something called Focus Blast. No. Whoever made Blue's team should jump. This is awful. You know, this is making me sad. How do I lose to the same grunt thrice? No, it's the same grunt. Is the grunt strong or is the blue team's bad or am I bad? I am not bad. The team is wrong. No, I think I can win this one. You know, when I grow up... Man! Man, this is making me sad. You know, you can't tell, but my will to live is leaving me. How the fuck are you still alive? How the fuck are you still even alive? Oh my god. You know, this is so dumb. And then it's gonna crit. Guys. 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 What's with this stupid grunt? Why are you this good? Move. I'm gonna save. You know, I don't want to fight anyone. I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna leave. What the fuck? What? I'm flashing on and off. I don't want that. Maybe you click something. Do I have to fight him? Never mind, I need to do it. But no, I need to do it. Please don't be strong. Please don't be strong. I'm done. Please don't be strong. You know, you have body slam. You know something. Normal type move. Slam. Sure. Now your team is worth something. But earlier it wasn't. You failed. I did not get that. And light in different colors flashing on and off. Am I getting fucked with? Why is nothing changing? What about you? Wait, we're not smart. Oh, that's a switch. You literally work for a crime organization. Nothing here is ethical. Oh no. What is my sprite? What happened? Why do I look like a zombie? Oh my god, what the fuck? What happened? Oh my god. What happened? What the fuck? What in the world? I gotta push the other button. What's going on? Lights are different colors. What if I run? And what if I wait the battle? You know, this seemed like the start of a creepypasta. Wait, my sprite is missing. Maybe there's like a cheat detection. Knows that I'm using rare candies. Maybe I'll be normal after this battle. No, we're still... Bro, I don't know what's going on. Maybe stuck into the game. Man. Is this a punishment for... No, I get it. I'll close it. I'm gonna force open the game again. Maybe I just fucked up. Maybe we're just throwing a tantrum. My chaotic. Oh my god. Maybe it's in the game. Wait, we're fine. Didn't do anything. It's probably just that level. No, that area that had an error. I'm gonna need to go to another room. You have me worried for a second. Hmm? Why there's suddenly music? Jeff. Nice joke, bro. You have to endure your most terrible fears. Why are you disabled? I am back with me. Thank you for the follow. You're the one's gonna see something. Ditto. Am I gonna fight? Real? I have bad news. I have to pee. I'm gonna back up. It lasted so long without peeing. Why does it seem like a competition? It's not. Not over yet. Your scrawny body isn't healthy like mine. What the fuck? Pokeballs on her chest. Man. Wait, Juggernaut. You can't move, can you? Mock's toxic sludge. And friend Red. I've been asking him to cooperate. Yours is yours. You choose neither. What the fuck? Should I pee? Yeah, cause I don't like letting down my controller because sometimes it just stops functioning if I let it go. I knew it. I put it down and then it stopped. I'll just reload my controller again later. And when I change the position, it fucks up. That's why I don't want to let go. I'm getting right back. Okay, that's a bit too big. Man, I hate fucking resizing this thing. You're gonna need water. Oh, the only thing I drink is water. Let's leave. Oh my god, we just sank it all. Wow, Lieutenant Surge. It's not like you're just gonna spam explode or anything, which is what you're probably gonna do. Wait, why did I do that? Now what? You really want to know? I mean, there's an endless source of energy. Nice, Zapdos. Why do they seem so excited? Wait, no. I'm gonna lose to Zapdos. Wait, do I actually fight it? Man, should I be worried? Man, am I actually fighting it? Am I actually fighting it? Holy shit, we actually are. Voltorb gun. What the fuck is that? You know, interesting Voltorb you got there. You know, I assumed it was part steel. That was my bad. You know, I was thinking, because it looks part steel, wooden. This is America. We have guns. Now, what's the next one? We have Electabuzz. This is a normal one. Who knows? We don't have the best distribution either. You know, I thought we'd have better, but you know, I was wrong. We, in fact, do not have better. We don't have a better spread. Why is Zapdos not the last? You know, I'm not judging. Why is it not the last? No, scary. What the fuck? Huh? Wait a minute. It is my mistake. Why are you paralyzed? Why is the Zapdos paralyzed? It doesn't make sense. Oh shit, wait. That wasn't too good. Oh, I have a female Aerodactyl. Alright. It was only Jensen where you couldn't do it anymore, right? I thought they would be going through modern logic because they were fairy types. Another one. I'm done. I'm done with your shit. You mean there's another one of these? No, I love... This boss Pokemon isn't Zapdos. It's a fucking Voltorb gun. You know, it makes sense. One free chance. Well, I mean, that does make sense, but... Man, why was Zapdos not the last? What are you doing? Oh shit! This is the gym leader. Yep, we got it fair and square. I'm on the French... Oh my god. Is he dead? No, he's not. You know, I thought he would be dead, but he's not dead. No, he's alive. Paralyzed, but alive. You know, disabled, but alive. No, I think Zapdos left. We only stole the badge. And there's nothing in here either. And now we're back. Mycopultra. You guys are Articuno. The trainer battered more than souvenirs. Naruto. Not too bad. I stole the badge. Well, you know, what he doesn't know is that I stole the badge. Wait, he has 6 Pokemon? I wasn't informed of that one. I didn't see that one. It's fine. It's fine. Bubble Beam. My Dark Lariax. Whoa. How was your day today? Golbat. We don't have anything good against Golbat. When you put it inside Golbat, do you think Golbat gives good blowjobs? You know, when she says her first time, when she opens her mouth like Golbat. No. Acrobatic. No. We mostly throw it. Well, no, it's just a blowjob. Do you even need more? The lore is just based off the manga. No, I'm hoping Articuno goes last. Nice! Muck. You know, I have a question. Do you think if you remove a little bit of muck every single time, you know, it'll turn back into a Grimer? No. Asking the real questions. How much of muck do you have to remove to become a grimer again? It kinda looks like my new Fogler. Great. Evolve. %. The viscosity. What do you think is more viscous? Grimer or muck? Only would take the certain muck white. No. There's some questions I don't want answers to it. Some questions, they don't need answers. Not everyone knows that, but some questions don't need answers. Like, why does my dad not love me? Some of that, they don't need answers. Hi, Scorpius. Or, why do my parents hate me? We don't need answers, we just know. Dad, man. Imagine having a dad that's, you don't hate. I wonder what it's like. Remember Paul? The question being, do you love your dad? Like, please describe what you feel about your dad in one sentence. Your dad. You hate your mom. Ooh, rare one. You miss therapy session. Pity. Actual therapy is like $40 an hour. Complaining on the internet is free. Man, fuck you. Whoa, no. My Dark Larry X. Am I wrong though? Why tell a therapist when I can just tell chat? It was the Philippines. Nice left, monkey. How are you today? No, we're gonna die. Well, we actually... We escaped. Hi, totally surreal. Let's meet again soon. Wait. Not keeping it for himself? Sure. What the fuck? Wow. What the fuck? That is pretty cool. Wait, I gotta be careful. Really careful. Where is? What? Maybe down here. Man, that was high. That was really high. Maybe over here? this? A Porygon. Man, the Gorak flash of the deceit. Wait, what? You're dead. No way! Sylva's partner with Giovanni. Ring the system when the boss to find one of our Sabrina. Oh shit. Your rich man conquered everything. You wanna conquer life itself? You wanna be a Porygon out of all Pokemon. They're just like your employees killed. Wait. No way. They killed Ash. Hi, Sully. Wait, we're gonna die. Astro, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Are you even a Pokemon? You're supposed to be a Shelter. What the fuck? Hey, Solzen. Yeah, exactly. Slowpo's tail is a Shelter. Wait, what? Man. Wake up, stop. That wasn't effective? Man, I did not think he took over Slowbro's Psychic. No. No, surely. Surely this is gonna be the one. That was in fact not the one. You know, I was wrong. My god. What are your... This is so sad. This is unironically so sad. What's next? What the fuck is Kangaskoo? What the fuck? Wait, is it just male Kangaskhan? Kangaskoo. Nice miss. Doesn't matter. Wait, maybe it does? Man, I wish I had Aerial Ace or something. No, this feels terribly long. Pidgeot. It's taking me quite a while. And I don't mean this in a good way. We really are an idiot. Giovanni, do me a favor. Wait. No way. He was gonna kill... Green, you are cruel. Hiya. We're gonna have to die here. I'm gonna be alive for so long. You're Pokemon winging. I'm not even gonna prevent this. Hang on again. Oh shit. We just sent him to his death. We just sent him to die. We'll remember. No, we won't. No, I won't. I don't think we need this. Maybe we'll check anyway. We're so cooked. Maybe we can rescue. And hopefully this isn't the wrong one. No. This is making me nervous, dude. I hate this. I hate this. People went to sleep. Well, I feel like all the teams don't feel strong enough. I mean, all the teams feel alright, but not strong. And there's barely anything that, you know, has effectiveness against whatever. I'm done with your shit. Water sport. Like, now that I think about it, there wasn't much balance in their teams. What? Why do you keep using Moonlight? I'm done with your shit. Fable, you're such a bitch. Was my stream lagging? I see her like drop some frames for a little bit. Hi, Mr. Papa. You know Sacred Fire? But I mean, I saw my stream drop. Tentacruel. I'm done with these Tentacruels. Is that an headbutt? My Aku. You're not the only one tired of seeing this Pokemon. It does look like Ponsu. What are you doing? Man, why are you extending this battle? No, it doesn't have to be this long. You didn't even need to do it. Man, all for a light bulb I'm not gonna use. Wait, let me try by paralyzed heal. Probably not though. I don't. I already have a light ball on my Pikachu. That's why I don't need one. Were we here before? Maybe we can get our hands on the Master Ball. We know my bad for talking to him. That's my bad. My house. You know if you give this sub? You know if you give this sub, you can get a Pikachu badge. I don't think I've heard someone with a voice like you're outside of voice acting. Oh, thank you. I don't like how I sound. I think I sound pretty annoying. What, I sound like the girl that dies? My bad. Ni howdy. But thank you. I'm always worried my voice sounds off. Because I had surgery on it. Actually, it's the anniversary of my surgery on March 8th. Whoa, 1 year. I want to kill myself again. Thank you for the 5 subs, Donut Games. Thank you. You want that Pikachu badge? Well, it's only until tomorrow, so probably just until this stream. It's based on the actual manga. It follows the manga plot. And right now, we're fighting Team Rocket and the Stealth Company. But if you gifted a sub today, don't forget to say thank you. Oh no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as earlier. Knew you'd be here. We don't need these prisoners anymore. Now that you're here, I'll kill you all. Green turned green. My sprite isn't even appearing anymore. The war panel killed you. The war panel ruined the atom inside the body. Wait, what the fuck do I do? Hi, Sligany. Hi, Pyla. Pyle? I cannot read for shit. Palia. Kilaha? I can't read. Close enough. Pie. Rina's dying. Rina has cancer. another power gem. Please live. Oh, no, you didn't. Hey, land sharks. Can I say something a bit mean? Actually, no, I'll do it later. We'll hold back and I won't do it now. I'll do it another time. I can't lose my cool. I think it's pretty close. Though I don't remember much of the manga because I read it like over 10 years ago. Why are you asleep? Thank you, Talos, for the follow. Thank you. Thank you, Waldo, for the gift sub. I appreciate it. You know, you should use your Pokemon badges. Why? So you can flex it. Let people know that you have one. I mean, that lasts forever, right? What the fuck? Wow, this looks normal. And that's a nice emote. This looks normal. No, totally standard. Green. You have any idea how dangerous it is? What the fuck? Red. Whoa, sure. What a dramatic scene. I'm only fine. Wait, what do I do? Do I leave? Where do I go up? Do I just go back? No, maybe I should go back to the center. Before going back. I mean, I don't trust this place. Really? Is everyone wrong and I'm right? If you say yes, I'll believe you. Can I say something mildly mean? Can I trauma them, you know, just a little bit? You know, sometimes I think maybe I should have just really gone to Singapore and laser off the scars off my throat. You know, I'm annoyed when someone's like, oh, I like your voice, but then it's raspy. Like, so you're insulting me. Did you know that your mother is fat and ugly and you deserve to die a horrible death? In Minecraft? But I'm not crazy, right? They're wrong and I'm right. They're evil people, I'm right. I'm not a bad person. Right? I'm right, right? They come in my chat and they insult me. I'm correct, right? Exactly. I'm the one who's right. You know, I'm not overreacting. My reaction is valid, right? Exactly. You know, I was thinking the same thing you were. I know. Facts, girl, slave. I'm never gonna improve as a person. It's over. You know, I tried to, but it was too difficult. I was too crazy to improve as a person. Then again, I feel like... Hi, Chris. Then again, I feel like if I wanted to improve as a person, I would stop VTubing. Because I feel like I find useless reasons to blow up. I mean this in a horrible way. Are you a quick time event because you're a cutie? Are you Copper and Tellurium because you're cute? So I still remember that one from high school. If you were a food with clementine, I've never actually tasted a clementine. Aren't they just like, you know, they're just like oranges. Or am I wrong? The sweet or orange? We don't usually buy oranges. I don't think they're as common here. Little oranges. Where do I go? What am I even looking for? You know, even I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just sure. You know, I don't know if I'm going the right way or the wrong way. He's 18 years old. You have a hag. You have a hag. A hag Gmail. It basically, you know, lets you fish once. You know the top left corner? Yeah, if you do it, you fish. That's literally it. Am I even the right way? I think I'm lost. I'm so incredibly lost. I don't even know what floor I'm supposed to be at. What, you're alive? What do you mean you're alive? Well, thank you, Remy, for the raid. Thank you. Hi, my name is Rina. I stream a lot of retro games. I like Pokemon Romax. How was your stream? I hope it went well. I want to die. My Snorlax is confused. But I'm confused on why I'm still fucking here. Wait, how did your stream go? What were you guys streaming? Stop that shit, you stupid... How was it? Right now we're playing Pokemon... We're playing Pokemon Adventures Red Chapter. There's a ROMAC based off the actual manga. And, yeah, we're mental blocking. We're in the self-building. Yeah, it's been going well. And, shameless plug. This month I'm sponsored by Opera GX. If you don't have Opera GX, you know, and you want to try it out, it would be super cool if you can use my code. I mean, if you can use my link that's pinned in the description. You know, you don't have to pay any, it's absolutely free. Think about it as supporting small businesses. If this small business was a VTuber. Wait, I can't use Arena Trap. I wasn't thinking. You stupid cunt. But thank you, Spooky, for giving this up to Remy. Thank you. But if you have to rest, I understand. Thank you for dropping by. Wait, you didn't die? Wait, Dig? No, I'm not gonna let you use Dig. No, that's probably over for us. We're probably gonna get one shot. Even if we use... Even if we use a potion, we're probably gonna get one shot. Fuck. This is my first time. Oh, this isn't the actual game. This is a ROM hack. So it's, you know, there's like mods for games to make games look different. This is not the original Fire Red and Leaf Green. It's close to it because it's based off the manga, which follows the Kanto region, which is the same as Fire Red and Leaf Green, but it's considerably different and it's way darker. And I'd still recommend doing the original first before this one. I'm lost as fuck. Right now I am lost. But it does look similar enough. But also because I have a problem with ROM hacks. Yeah, it's like if you played, for example... What's the game you've probably played? It's like if you played Elden Ring, but then you just change the story of Elden Ring, but you keep the same assets of Elden Ring. Words of wisdom. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it. That's a pretty good one. Well, they just gave it to us. I mean, you know, if you're gonna give a backhanded compliment, don't do it on a stream. Do it any other time. I'm way better at doing it, but I don't do it. Hi, Sun Moon. I saw someone recently streaming a DS game. Have you ever played a Pokemon game, Remy? Or it's just that you're new to Pokemon? I don't know, I feel like it's rare to see someone who's never played Pokemon on stream. And I feel like it's like one of those games that people request you to play. Especially if you haven't played it before at all. In my case, even before streaming, I like playing ROM hacks. Hey, my Pikachu's dead. Oh, so like DS games and above, not the original one. Are you getting Fire Red on the... What do you call that? The Switch 2? No, I do say... Maybe it's because like I'm used to speeding up games. It does feel a bit slower. But then... I feel like for me, the slowest game... Like, it legitimately felt like a fucking snooze fest. Was Pearl and Diamond. I feel like it felt so slow. You know, I still liked it, but it felt slow. But I don't know if it was just me. What do you mean? You can trade locally. You know, if you have friends, you can trade locally. They fixed it and planned them. Yeah, I noticed. No, between Diamond and Pearl, I always pick Diamonds. You know, I'm never much of a Palkia fan. Though I really like, Dialga. What about Deoxys? No, but Deoxys is not part of the 151. And I think they do have, like, event stuff. You can. I saw it, like, in Japanese. But for me, when you say complete, I mean the 151. Since it is Gen 1. I mean Gen 3 because it is a remake. But still, it's Gen 1. So I would say, like, you know, Deoxys is a Gen 1 Pokemon. You know, if the original Ruby and Sapphire get ported, That would be pretty cool. Though I'm not once for events, because I didn't get into Pokemon for the events. And then, you know, I never understood how events worked. This is the last one before the last one we need to do. I don't know, I just don't care for legendaries. You know, my favorite Pokemon is something you can get in almost every game, so, you know, I don't really care. Let me test. You know, I feel so happy sometimes that my favorite starter is Charizard. You know, I used to feel bad because, you know, it's a very basic type. But then, whenever I see stuff get released, I'm pretty happy. Though my favorite is Umbreon. But, you know, it'll never get the same treatment as Charizard. No matter what I dream. Hi, Ray. Thank you for the sub. Hi, Aldrich. Hi, Aldrich. Hitmonlee. I don't have a flying type move. Oh, it crashed. Well, that was embarrassing. Wait, what? That was worth nothing. Wait, what? Man. Drain Punch. I think he has one more. Hi, Blessing Dog. Thank you for the follow. Tauros. You know what? I can't wait to eat tomorrow corn balls. I've always thought Chico was ugly as fuck. Like, personally would never pick Chico. I mean, Zephyr was fine, but I wouldn't pick Chico. I only pick Pokemon now for based how they look. Chico is not one of those. Thank you, let's get it for this sub. Thank you. Like, Chico is not one of those I would pick. No, I want... Meow, I'll always give you Surf instead. That's better. Where is that? I'm feeling good. What about you? Wait, I'm looking for something. Potion, rare candy. Wait, I want to teach it. I'm gonna teach it. Surf. We're gonna replace Bubble Beam. You're 9 raids. Have you even slept? Have you slept or have you been awake for the past 24 hours? That's what I'm assuming if you haven't. If you've been through 9 raids. I usually only go through like 2 raids. Then I'm off the internet. For some people I watch, they seem very long. Plate device. 36. You good? It's that lady. Or 7. Wait, what am I missing? Maybe not the real enemy. Oh, it's blue. What are they gonna trade? For your moonstone. We don't need to haggle. Well, we have a lot of other moonstones. Where's the 8th badge? The brand new Pokemon. You mean a Mewtwo? Oh shit. The real one. Hey, what do we make? What a bitch. Man, I remember how much I do not like Blue in the manga. Hi, Herbs. Thank you for the follow. Wait, all of them? Zimopal. Oh my god. This is the part where you become. Oh shit. This is the part where they combine. Oh no. I don't like this. My slaughter. You know I want to do it too, but unfortunately we can't. You bitch. 167 67. Well, there's more. We probably wouldn't be here right now. Man, what an awkward sprite they picked for Articuno. Really? Even if I am crazy? Would you love me if I was diagnosed as clinically insane? Thank you. What if I already was, though? Actually, no, I don't want you. What do you mean if? What do you mean what if? Just lurking. I really like your voice. You always had a soft spot. Why, you like girls who sound like they want to die? You are clinically insane. What do you mean you aren't already? I mean, I was close, but no. Even I didn't go to the loony bin after stabbing my dad. Well, not really stabbing. He's alive. You know. And it was by accident. I didn't do it on purpose. It was self-defense. He was gonna kill me and, you know, he just ran into it. His arm, I mean, not him. And the other time I dropped it and landed on his foot. But again, not my fault. You were in the loony bin for 6 months. I was almost to the loony bin, but then my mother pulled me out of the hospital against medical advice. And so I did not end up in the loony bin. But I was pretty close. You know, pretty damn close. But I was at school, so I was not sent to it. We only had 2 weeks. I was close because I tried to die. It didn't work out, so I was pretty close. But then when I woke up, I was restrained. So yeah, not the best. Nice solar panel. Thank you for the follow. Oh, solar panda. I can't read. What about you? Wait. And lesson learned. I suck at a lot of things. And apparently that includes killing myself. Wait, where's the potions? And then we have to fight Sabrina. We like when people survive. Yeah, but what if you're playing a game like League of Legends and you want someone to die? You defeated them all. What the fuck? What the? Oh my god. The 3 legendary birds. They look like they're being... a simultaneous strike. Was a result of the experiment. No, I got restraints. Yes, I was restrained when I woke up. Wait, she fainted. Zamalkuna. Why didn't they put Articuno first? I was thinking, why didn't they name it? Why didn't they put Articuno first? You know, call it like... You know, maybe it didn't work out. Zamalkuno. We decided to wait for you and your friends to collect them for us. As he's Zapris. Never mind, that's horrible. Hi, Nelson. That's even worse. We're not gonna let you mess it up. Bro, why are you from the roof? Son of a bitch. You're a charming couple of boys. And I'm sure you would have been handsome men. Possibly even work your... Wait a minute, you're a groomer! Artoldos. What? Why are they turning to happy music? No, it's time for us to fight together as allies. The power of friendship. You're surrounded. Make your team rock about and discover it. But the power of friendship. Can the power of friendship save us today? I'm saving because I'm not sure. Bitch. Wait, what? We need to defeat this. What's happening? Wait, no, you're being forced to... Oh, sorry. I forgot to evolve you. Wait, you're the lowest level. But I don't want to use... Well, this is embarrassing. Man, you're ugly. Doesn't matter how many years I've seen, you're still fucking ugly. You know, you're one of those Pokemon that never gets better. Like, no matter how much I try to cope, no matter how I look at it, you're still fucking ugly. And I say this because I dislike a lot of fucking green Pokemon, but you're hideous. You look like you have warts. What the fuck is that? You're even uglier. Wow. No shit. You're even uglier than I remember. Someone kill it with fire. Jesus Christ. Wait, what are you doing? Where are you going? Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna win this. Sky attack? What the fuck? Ooh, yikes. Whoa. No, we have poisoned. Wait, no, it's paralyzed. Can't be poisoned. We're in shit. No offense, we're in shit. You know, maybe I should have thought a little bit more before. It's too late now. You know, I'm gonna bet that it does not have electric typing. There is no way they would give him more than 2 types, or the game would break, right? Wait, what? Why are you glowing? Stop doing that. Do you have any rock type moves? I don't think so. No ancient power. Well, I didn't need it. Jesus. They're free. Wait, she's dead? Wait, my badges. Thank you, Giant Bird, for the sub. Thank you. Every 6 months. What? Oh no! No one has slipped through us. Oh, thank you. Why, you want to fuck the dead body? Where's Blue? There's a monstrous bird like that. Man, fuck Blue. Look forward to facing you in the New Plateau. Where's my 8th badge? Earthquake. Can we at least teleport now? They'll just... Okay, I think... Let me heal my Pokemon first. I think that's where I'll call it for today. We did pretty good progress. We did pretty good. And I think the next stream we can just teleport to Cerulean. But we did pretty well. Let me save, because last time I did not fucking save. I was in... We gotta save twice. You know, I'm an idiot who didn't save, so we gotta do it twice. We're gonna make sure that I don't fuck up again. Even though I know I am a fuck up. And then I'm gonna save state because I do not trust myself. We're gonna save state as well. Triple saves. Thank you again for the very cool stream. It was very relaxed today. Wow. Pokemon is normally very relaxing. Let's see. Tomorrow we're gonna try to finish Bayonetta, so I might just jump into the game right away. Since I did 8 chapters, then another 8 chapters tomorrow. I'm gonna try to finish it. And if you didn't know yet, shameless plug. I am sponsored this month by Opera GX. It would be very helpful, it would be very useful. I would be very grateful if you could download Opera GX using my link. It would be very nice. I would... And we'll see the updated number tomorrow. Because it updates every single day. But not while I'm streaming. Like, it updates once a day. So you wait for that one. Let's see. On YouTube, let's raid Punana. Nice, it's here. No, we're not gonna use that one. We're not gonna show in someone else's chat. gonna show. That's a bit shameless. We're gonna use the regular one. We're gonna use a regular one, okay? Let's see. Where do we want to go? Make sure it's someone who's not fucking ending. It has happened not once, but twice. Let's see. Okay, let's ring it. I'm blind as fuck. Okay, let's rate Bird for day. Let's rate Libby. She's making something. There's a furry on it. Whatever the fuck. There's a furry on it. And we love furries. Libby. Why is it not Bird fucking underscore? Thank you for the good stream. Good night. I will rest well. And I'll probably good night, good night, good night. Sleep well. Download Opera GX. No, seriously, download Opera GX.